the next unit is modeling rational numbers. And this one is not that bad. It's just getting used to like having a model, an expression, and an answer. So that is what we want in this. We want model, expression, and answer, or solution, right? Okay, so let's look at this. Lots of word problems, everyone's favorite. A scuba diver is 12 meters under the surface of the water. After seeing some sharks, they decide to swim up 7 meters towards the surface. The sharks leave, so then they dive 10 meters down. How deep is the diver? So this is similar to the number line problems that we did in 2.1 and 2.2. So we're going to start at negative 12. And we're going to go up 7 meters. So you can count it or you can do the math. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? And then we're going to go back down 10 meters. So right here we ended at negative 5. So plus, right? It was plus 7. We're at negative 5. And then from negative 5 we go back down 10. That gets us to negative 15. Right? So plus 7. Minus 10. So this is our model. So we've already done our model, right? Model you can think of like picture, like a model drawing. Okay, 2 is our expression. And so this is when we start to model it with like our numbers rather than a picture. So we started at negative 12, we added 7, and then we went back down 10 more meters. So this is the expression. So it should be directly related to the model. And then finally is the part that we're actually used to solving for is the answer, right? Now solve. So we have negative 12, we added 7, we got to negative 5, and then we subtracted 10, and so our answer is negative 15 meters. So sometimes you'll just skip, you'll read this problem and you just go straight to this, but we want to practice model, expression, answer, just so you can like double check your work. Or sometimes the problems are harder and you want to break it down into steps. Okay, so next one, the temperature in the morning is 60 degrees Fahrenheit. At the midday, the temp is 77 degrees. How much did the temperature change? So we start at 68. So this one's a little different because you just have to estimate it. So I'm just going to estimate that 68. The temperature rose to 77, which is maybe here, right? So we had 68, and then we jumped to 77. How much did the temperature change? So this is our model. Now we have our expression. So we started at, the temperature changed. So we're going to do the final minus like what we started. So 77 minus 68, right? This is like final minus start, or final minus initial. And then finally our solution, 77 minus 68. If you can't remember, you can count backwards from 68, right? Because I'm not letting you use your calculator. Or you could try to subtract it, but the answer is negative 9. So it's it changed 9 degrees. Sorry, not negative 9, positive 9. 9 degrees. So even though these numbers are big, again, you can count with your fingers. You'd be like 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 9. Right? Sometimes you got to use your fingers still to count. Okay, only a few more problems, and then this one's not so bad, right? Okay, Michaela hikes east 4 miles from camp and then west 4 miles. Where is the hiker? So we started here at base camp, right? X marks the spot. She went east 4 miles, and then she went west 4 miles, right? So here's our model. Our expression is going to be plus 4 miles minus 4 miles. And then our answer is going to be just 0, right? She ended up back where she started. She ended up 0 miles away from camp. This isn't super important, but when you're adding the same number and then subtracting it again, this is called the additive inverse. Right? So we did 4, then we subtracted that same number, we got to 0. All right, this one we sort of did in like 2.1. An atom consists of charged particles called electrons and protons. You might have learned about this in chemistry. Each proton has a charge of +1 and each electron has a charge of -1. An ion has 6 protons and 4 electrons. What is the ion's charge? So for our model, we're going to draw our pictures. We're going to have protons. I like to make them plus because it's like pro. It has a positive charge. And then the electrons is going to be minus. So we're going to have -4 electrons. And so this is our model. If you want to, like we did in the past, you can like cross out these guys because they cancel each other out. Our expression is going to be 6 and then the -4. And then the answer is going to be, we have 2 protons left. So we have a 2 charge. So this is our answer. Okay, so for the last problem, I want you to try it on your own. See if you can do an expression and then find the answer to these 2 questions. Okay, so some of you guys are getting it. So he gets $10 for mowing a lawn. He spends $8 and then he finds $5. So we know that this is getting money. Like +10 minus 8 plus 5. So if I was to make an expression, we would have 50 plus 10 minus 8 plus 5. So that's the expression. And then we just need to find the solution. So 50 plus 10 is 60. 60 minus 8 is 52. And then 52 plus 5 is 57. So $57. Some of you did this in your head, which is really cool, but if you just want to break it down, that's fine as well. And then how much money did he gain or lose? Well, you can sort of see, right? He started with 50, he has 57. So you could do 57 minus 50 equals, he gained $7. Now one thing to note is if you had done it the other way around, if you had done 50 minus 57, you would have gotten -7. And so it doesn't mean you would have lost $7. It means you would have lost -7, which like 2 negatives become a positive. So it's really just gained $7. So be careful with the wording because sometimes the order matters. But a lot of you figured out that, right, I ended up with more money, so I obviously gained money. So this unit's not so bad. You just want to get used to modeling things. But a lot of you already know how to get to the answer. You just don't want to skip this like modeling and expression part. And that's it for this unit.